For me, startup it's a matter of time, right? When that startup gonna kick off, it's not a fad, it's not a fashion. It will last and it will stay.
Thailand has always been renowned for small, medium-sized enterprises, companies that create the most shrimp and chicken in the world, very big in agriculture, very big in tourism. Not a lot of people know that there's a massive technology scene here, and there's a lot of great, talented people that really want to make a dent in the world's global startup stage. Hi, my name is Amrit Chernpan. I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of Haba, with the first co-working space here in Bangkok, Thailand. So the startup ecosystem here in Thailand is amazing. We are at the year where really this is the year of startups. Not only is there more and more investors and companies getting funded, there's massive awareness from the public and especially the government.
So, who am I? So, my name is Taro. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Take Me Tour, which is actually the marketplace for local tours in Thailand. My personal idea, the startup scene in Thailand is getting more like more eyes. I mean, like people are interested and people are I think it's just rising in Thailand. Like a lot of people getting interested and join the startup ecosystem. Many parties, like either like government or like VC or even angels or like more startups like joining the ecosystem.
My name is Popat. I'm the CEO and co-founder of GetLinks. We want to disrupt the recruiting world. A lot of events, and there are a lot of communities in Thailand where it's all fragmented, but right now every communities are combining and coming together. For example, community of designer, right? They start to talk a little bit more about tech startups. And of course, community of developers who are the builders, right? They actually join into the tech startup ecosystem a lot more. So comparing us to other countries, we are very community based, and I felt like Thailand, we have a very hungry people where they want to achieve some of their dreams and then make their idea come true.
My name is in Thai, but everybody call me M, it's just easier to pronounce. Yeah, I'm the co-founder of Space. Well, startup ecosystem in Thailand is growing, is getting stronger and better, but it's also very new. It just started maybe 3 years ago when we started.
So there are three main cities in Thailand, right, for the startup ecosystem. Bangkok, obviously, actually we have the stats. Around 80% of the startups are built in Bangkok right now at the current moment. And then the other 20% is in Chiang Mai and Phuket. And then they're just getting started. Some other province like Chonburi or Khon Kaen are starting also. So we're expecting to see a lot more coming from other provinces.
I'm Nopon from Take Me Tour. Bangkok is just the first place that the people come and start the business here. And after that, they expand business to other cities in Thailand.
My name is Vichaya Sirisantana. I'm the co-founder of Space. Of course, the biggest startup scene is in Bangkok. That's where all the things are. And I think Chiang Mai is the second of all the cities in Thailand. There are other places where they try to have startups as well, like Phuket. But I think Phuket is more like a vacation destination, and people who go there are mostly vacationers and they don't stay there for long. So compare that to Chiang Mai, where it's also a vacation place, but then when people come here, they see that it's really a good place to stay, to live.
My name is Ozzi. I'm originally from Finland, 37 years old, and I've been living past 9 years here in Chiang Mai, running Igloo. Thailand is definitely not a tax heaven. The corporate income tax is 20%, which is actually the same as in Finland, where I'm from. The personal income tax rate goes up to 35%. I think there is good years ahead. Hopefully the government will also grab the opportunity and make things easier and less bureaucratic for startups, cheaper to start with as well. And of course, you look at you're basically competing against Singapore and Hong Kong, So to make it more attractive to invest to Thailand and do the startups in Thailand, you might not need to be, you can't beat the tax things in Hong Kong and Singapore, and you don't necessarily need to, because Thailand is a great place to live and work, and a very affordable place for startups. But I think you need to make it a little bit more attractive than it is right now.
This year alone, the government and the major banks in Thailand are putting close to $500 million into the tech ecosystem. They're changing the laws, they're encouraging young people to take up entrepreneurship and coding classes in the university and high school level. And really, this is going to be the year where you start to see Thai startups, both started by expats and digital nomads and local Thais, really become $100 million companies and hopefully unicorns.
However, to me, I think it's still pretty young compared to the region, especially let's say in Singapore. But I mean, I think it's developing in a good directions. However, so myself as part of the ecosystem, we have to make sure that we all together pushing this ecosystem into the right way.
Phones and a mobile phone is 150%, which is one of the highest in Southeast Asia. I believe Bangkok is the Facebook capital of the world, where we have more Facebook profiles in Bangkok than any other city in the world. So that obviously gives a lot of opportunities, and a lot of startups in Thailand, I think, are crapping into that, also into the e-commerce side of things. The problem is that the credit card penetration rate is still very low. So for people to actually pay for things online, it's still quite tricky.
Right now we're currently searching for that heroes to be born, right? So that meaning that we want more exits from the countries. Either it's going to be a big M&A or buyout from internationals. Therefore, the local heroes are built, and then that local heroes will represent Thailand as a successor. Therefore, people have more awareness about startup and then start following the dream missions of their own. So comparing startup to SME, right? It's just a scalable and repeatable business that use a lot of technologies to support the business to grow super fast. Therefore, my belief is that startup gonna be here and it's gonna stay for the next probably 2-3 decades until something more innovative will kick in.
It's hard to predict, isn't it? 5 years from now, not sure that the startup scene maybe change a little bit. So right now, when you talk about startups in Thailand, most of them still think about like software, mobile apps, and those kind of intangible products. But I think now the direction is moving a little bit toward hardware and Internet of Things.
I think the next move is to be combined hardware and software. And here in Chiang Mai, we really aiming in that direction. So I think we're moving forward in the good direction.
The next 5 years, personally, I wish and I hope to see like a unicorn from Thai startup scene in either if it is in travel vertical would be great. It can take me to something else. But because of if you look at it, like the main GDP of Thailand, actually majority of them coming from travel verticals. But the fact is that unfortunately we don't have many travel tech startup in Thailand yet. So to me personally, I would expect to be people more active in the verticals that really matter to Thailand, that really specific to Thailand.
But for us, it's a good time for everybody to know about startup and to learn about technology as well. Even though I'm a business guy, I learn a lot about technology and then even learn to code myself. So everyone have to pay attention to technology and how startups scale in the future. So it's a good time for you guys watching to join the startup world right now at the current moment. And of course, we're hiring.
We expect that within the next 5 years, that you'll start to see and hear more about Thai founders, whether they're in Silicon Valley, here in Southeast Asia or in Europe, that they're actually going beyond the status quo of just being big in Southeast Asia, big in Thailand, but they will actually do something that will be remarkable globally. So we're looking and hoping that it's going to be a Jack Ma of Thailand soon, so stay tuned.